Today we're going to talk about 5 reasons why maybe you should consider partnering up on a deal. Hey, I'm Tim Diesel. I'm a commercial real estate consultant. This channel is designed to give you tips and strategies in your investing business. If you're a broker, this will definitely help your clients in their business. All right, number 1 reason to partner up on a deal is management. I partner up on a lot of deals, whether it's retail, apartments, whatever it is, for management. And I'll give you a good example of this. Let's say you want to buy a property out of state and you live in Oklahoma, and maybe you want to buy a property in, I don't know, Idaho or something like that. Well, if you're partnering with someone in that location, so maybe you want to try to figure out who the best property managers are in Idaho. What I have done is brought them into the deal as a partner, not just a management fee of 3%, 4%, 5%. Well, they don't care about the property, it's not theirs. Try giving them ownership. It doesn't have to be a lot, equivalent to what they would make managing the property another way. So give them a piece of the action and make it results based. Hey, look, if you don't do very well in 6 months, I got to let you go. If they're producing and they're getting tenants in there and they're raising the value of that property, well, it only makes sense to give them a bonus, right? So by them being your partner in another location, now if the property's close to you, you could partner up still. Maybe you don't have time for it. But management is a real big reason to partner up with anyone, right? Not just anyone, but partner up with anyone and give them the opportunity to prove themselves. Because having them partner with the deal really gives them more, they're just more vested. They'll take care of the property more, they'll do a lot more for you. You'll really start to notice it. Second reason to partner up with someone on a deal is money. Someone raising capital. So if you're buying $1 million property and you need 25% down and you don't have it, you find an investor that does have the money. Well, maybe you can partner up with them. Now, whatever negotiation you guys work out, 50-50, 30-70, whatever, it doesn't matter. But that's a reason to partner up with someone. Maybe you don't have enough money to take down more than one deal. Maybe you want to take down a bigger deal that you couldn't have taken without that investor or that group or that individual, whatever it is, right? So money is another reason why you really want to explore the opportunity of partnership. Just kind of depends on what it is. Every deal is different, every property is different, but if someone is willing to invest in you in your future, definitely want to give them maybe ownership rights of some sort. All right, third one is construction. I've partnered up with a construction company. I knew the guy that worked for the company, and this property needed a whole lot of work. It was in pretty bad shape. So if you partner up with the contractor, they'll give you a break on a lot of the stuff they're gonna do, right? Maybe they have their payroll of people they have to pay anyway. So they can pay them and you can work out a deal where you're paying for materials, whatever that cost is. Now these are just ideas, but if you're gonna partner up with someone and you partner up with a contractor, that would be a pretty strategic play on your part, right? Because you're looking at a property, you know you've got to fix it up, you know you've got to turn some of the units over, but it's going to cost you a lot more to find someone and commission them with the work. Whereas if you brought someone in as a partner, they'll take care of all the money they need to pay. Maybe you'll pay them on the back end when you sell it, but they've got to pay their employees anyway, right? For some of the work. Now, maybe materials, you guys can work out a better deal. You may have to buy, I don't know, a bunch of windows or something. Something like that, I'm sure you can come to an agreement. But if you find a good contractor to partner up with who's open-minded, that's a very good partnership. All right, a fourth person I've partnered up with is someone who finds me deals. Someone who finds me deals I may not be able to pay up front. Because if the deal's big and they want, let's say, a $50,000 fee, well, that's too much. So what I'll do is I'll bring them in as a partner, and maybe give them 1 or 2% of the deal. And depending on how big the deal gets, they'll still get paid. So they'll be a bird dog in theory, but they'll still get paid. So they're going to get paid eventually, because it might take a year or 2 or 3 to do the deal, but maybe I can pay them out with the cash flow. Maybe I'll refinance the property a year later. We can work out better terms. But a lot of times I don't like to pay one large lump sum up front, because I'm just not sure of all the things that I have to do. And you don't want to be strapped for cash when you're trying to figure out what to do, but you want to be fair. So I'll work out a deal where I'll pay maybe half, a quarter up front, and I'll pay the rest every other month or something like that. I'll definitely work out the terms somehow. But definitely, if you've got someone who sends you deals constantly, like a good wholesaler or something like that, get a deal with them. Say, listen, you keep sending me good quality deals, and I'll figure out a way to pay you. And it would be another good relationship to have. Lastly, the 5th way that I've seen decent partnerships is a management fee for the property. Now, I don't mean manage the property as find tenants, that sort of thing. I mean, if you are maybe a syndication group, but a smaller group, and you're the person managing the investors. So I've been in part of maybe a 5 or 7 person investment group. Well, there's 5 or let's say 7 of us. Someone's got to relay the information. We don't want to always have a big meeting every time. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You got to send out the statements. You want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Now, it's a small percentage, like an administration fee. But that's also another good way that I've noticed people get paid when they partner up. Maybe you want to bring someone on to do the admin work for you, because a lot of times you may not have a lot of cash out of pocket, but if you put the deal together, you can pay all these people. But you need to bring someone on to help you and let them know, listen, this is what you're going to get paid down the road, but I need something to get me started. You got to help me out. That's another good partnership to think about.